And welcome to another interview here on Screen Off Script. I am excited as hell for this one because today I'll be talking to, in my opinion, the best professional wrestler in the world, Will Ospreay. How are you doing, my man?
I'm alive, mate. I'm keeping in there. Happy as ever.
Yeah. Listen, you've been with AEW now for about 18 months. How would you summarize your first year and a half with the promotion?
Mate, it's been crazy. It's been one of like the craziest times of just being like at this level and like being on weekly TV and having such an amazing connection with the audience and like having their minds blown by like some quality pro wrestling. It's been like super fun being a part of a team and like getting us all like I think our TV week by week has been the strongest TV in like God knows how long. So like I've been like super happy to be a part of the team.
As we're recording this, we're literally just hours away from Forbidden Door, which is taking place Sunday, August 24th at the O2 Arena. It's basically a sellout anyway at this point. I don't think there's any tickets left at this point. But I want to go back to just earlier in the week, Glasgow. That reaction was just incredible for you to absorb that, soak it in. And I know every time you come back to the UK, you're going to get a special reaction. But what did that feel like? And does that just give you a bit of a teaser as to what the reaction is going to be like for you at the O2 Arena?
I mean, yeah, and the fact that Glasgow gave me that, I really didn't expect Glasgow just because like I haven't been at Glasgow that much. I think I've been there like a total of 4 or 5 times. So the fact that I got that was like really special for me, and I was so happy for that. But having like the O2 is 30 minutes from my house. Like I could get a train, and I think it's actually it might be quicker. So I might hop on the C2C or I'll get on the Jubilee or I might go down that way. But like the fact that it's like 30 minutes down the road for me and I get to perform in a building that like I've seen comedians at, that I've seen wrestling at, that I've seen so many like big stars at, and then for the first time I'm gonna be in the middle of that place with the barriers between me and the fans. Like I am the attraction. So that's a really cool thing. And I'm looking forward to feeling the energy and having them carry me through this match.
Yeah, you're going to be involved in the lights out steel cage match. But for anyone that perhaps hasn't seen a Will Ospreay match, how would you describe it to a newbie?
I think I'm just action. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I am somebody that enjoys like playing with the minds of people and just seeing what I can do to blow their minds. So I just for me I am a rubber ball of energy that bounces around the place, and I've been able to do some tricks that so many people don't even believe are real. I think it's a see it if you see it to believe it kind of thing, and Sunday is going to be one of these ones where I empty the gas tank and see what I can do for so many of people that have supported me from the moment I started.
Yeah, is it almost a little bit sweet? I know you're dealing with a bit of an injury at the moment. What is the latest on that? And are you planning on having surgery after this weekend? And what is your prognosis and rehab and back to ring kind of like game plan at the moment?
I've got like a few herniated discs in my neck, and it's been like pushing on my spinal cord. So it's like it's doing a number on my like on my arm. But like I I am fully confident and fully comfortable going into the ring. So are my medics. So is my surgeon. Like it will be uh navigated, and it will be I'll be looked after. But like yeah, I will have to be going in for surgery after Forbidden Door. We haven't got an exact date yet, and we don't know like a time frame, but it is like a time frame to come back. As nerve wracking as it is, I'm everybody everybody is comfortable with me going into this match.
Love that. I can't wait for it. I'm actually just buzzing to see what the magic is going to be produced in this lights out steel cage match. I wanted to show you quickly the jersey that I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it. This is the Oasis jersey,
Yes,
right?
boss.
And I was lucky enough to go to the gig at Wembley Stadium. And the reason I bring that up is All In 2026 is going to be held at Wembley Stadium. That has to be the Will Ospreay show, in my opinion. If we could just look into the crystal ball to next summer, 2026, Wembley Stadium, what would be the dream scenario and the dream match for you?
Honestly, if it was down to me and I had the magic potion to make everything happen, and I'm healthy to make it, because like we have no idea. We have no idea what waits on the other side of this. There is no timeline. But if I have my magic potion, it's me versus Kenny Omega in the main event.
I love that. I love that. So I've obviously I mentioned the Oasis jersey. I believe you've also been to one of their gigs in the UK.
I went to Heaton Park, mate. It was wild. It was one of the craziest things I've ever gone to. Like it was just unreal. You know, when like as a kid you would hear about like your parents talk about Oasis and like you got into their music at a young age and then realized they're actually not even together anymore. And then I was like, oh man, well that sucks. And then like you see them do like separate interviews, like we're never getting back together, never getting back together. And then when it finally dropped, and I just thought to myself, like, this is like once in a lifetime, eh? Like I don't care where it is, but like I remember when I was like searching for the tickets, I wanted to go to Manchester because I just thought, you know what, like it's our home turf. Like if you, I want to experience that culture, I want to experience that environment. I went with my best mate Robert and Brooke, and we just had the best time. Just sitting there, I was in it. I was like a bit tight in, mate. It was real tight. So I had to get out a little bit, but like the fact that I got to hear some of my favorite songs, like I got to listen to Live Forever live. I got to listen to Slide Away. Slide Away is my favorite Oasis song, and I got to sit there and listen to it live. I just thought this is the greatest day of my life right now.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't want to have a humble brag here, but I'm not going to be in town. I'm not going to be in London, unfortunately, for Forbidden Door because I'm going to go see Oasis a second time in Toronto. So it's so
Legend.
nice. I had to do it twice. But yeah, I had a great time at Wembley Stadium, and I was thinking, man, next summer, Will Ospreay, just with the UK crowd and it being such a massive marquee event for AEW, like if, everything works out, I'm looking forward to that path and that journey post your, rehab and coming back from this injury and what the program could be. And Kenny Omega, that would just check every single box in my opinion.
I mean, look, I hope so. Like, I have such a good time with Kenny, and I think if there was any way to just like it's two of the best in the world in the best wrestling match. And I think that what could you paint as AEW's picture of like if this was people's first time coming to an AEW Wembley Stadium, what would you want to be the main event to set the best example? And I think me and Kenny would be the best example.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Um,
if I'm healthy and I've still got the motor skills, and yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of started this introduction as calling you, in my opinion, the best wrestler in the world. And obviously, on Screen Off Script, we talk about films a lot. That's pretty much the majority of what we do. And I was kind of thinking, who is the kind of acting equivalent to Will Ospreay? And I thought to myself, well, the reason you're a draw is because you guarantee quality. And I was thinking, who's that equivalent in cinema? And I came up with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I don't want to glaze too hard here, but what I'm trying to say is Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't been in any Marvel movies, DC movies, and any big franchises or sequels. The reason people keep going to watch a DiCaprio movie at the cinema is because he's just got this incredible consistency of quality. And I think the same applies to you in AEW and pro wrestling. And I think if people, know that Will Ospreay is involved in a match or part of a card or part of a pay-per-view, then you're must watch. People are going to tune in. Is that fair? Do you agree with that comparison?
I mean, like, that's an amazing comparison, and I'm like very, very like grateful that you would use like an actor of his skill set. Is he was a phenomenal actor, like an amazing one. But like, yeah, if that's what people would see me as, that's what I like. I struggle so hard to like put myself over, but like, I mean, look, I know I do good. I know I do some good pro wrestling matches, and I know I'm so grateful that I've got like people's support and love and interest, man. Like, so anyone that compares me to an actor of his status is like truly, truly amazing. So thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. And I'm just being honest. And I was kind of thinking about some of the incredible pro wrestling movies we've had, like the Iron Claw about the Von Erichs, Fighting with My Family, the Paige Saraya biopic, Queen of the Ring, the Mildred Burke biopic. What pro wrestling story do you think would make a good film, or would you like to see turned into a feature film?
Oh, oh, mate, yeah, that's a hard one to do because there's so many like crazy stories that have happened because it is wrestling. Like I think about this a lot. Like the amount of times where you've just gone like the only reason they got away with this is because it is wrestling. And there's been so many times in Japan where you just go like this. If this happened in the real world, it would have been like blown up to like higher proportion. So like it's a hard one to say. But like I'm just gonna say like. it's not a well-known story, but like my missus is just like the most strong and enduring person that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I feel like she never publicizes what she's gone through or anything like, and neither will I. Like that's her story to tell, not mine. But like she's my inspiration, and I feel like what she's gone through and how she's come out on the other side, and she's incredible and she's amazing. She's far better than I could ever be.
I don't know if you saw this list. The Hollywood Reporter generated this list of the best wrestlers turned actors. And it was Dave Bautista at number one, Dwayne Johnson number two. You had John Cena at number three. They gave an honorable mention to Adam Copeland and Mercedes Moné, and even MJF has dabbled in some acting as well. What do you make of that list? Would you put Dave Bautista as number one?
I love Batista. I love like his range is really good. How he can play Drax and how he was in like in Knives Out. Is it Knives Out? It is
Yeah.
Knives Out, isn't it? Yeah. I love his range. I loved him in James Bond as well. I think that was a cool role for him. He's got a lot of range. So like I agree with that list.
Is acting something that you'd like to take on later on in your career as well?
I'd give it a go, but I'll be brutally honest with you. Like I struggle so hard reading. I can't read
Mm.
very well, and I feel like I'd almost embarrass myself, like showing up to something like that, where like being an actor is something extremely difficult, and like being able to play a role, and I think I can only play a head. So like, I mean, you'd have to get me like an easy role where like you actually have to be somewhat head. So like that's the only role I can play, unfortunately.
I know you've incorporated Assassin's Creed, into your pro wrestling career so much. How did you feel when that 2016 movie came out? Because I know it wasn't well received by critics. What did you think of the movie?
Wasn't the biggest fan of it, but like I still feel like there was more that they could have done in terms of this. Like they done like the cool leap of faith, and they've done some stuff that I'd have to go back and watch it all, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But like hearing about that Netflix thing that they've got coming up, I think they've got like an Assassin's Creed Netflix TV show coming up. I really want to throw my name in the hat there because I've been doing a bunch of advertising for them. I've been doing a bunch of promoting for them, and we have done wonderful numbers for them. Like the advertising that I've done with Shadows with both entrances have like it's been brilliant for him. So like, if I can do that, like, I'd really love to throw my name in the hat to be an assassin in the TV show that might be coming out.
What are you hoping that they absolutely nail with the TV show?
Mate, I don't know. I just want to. I want the storylines to be good. I want the picture to be cool as well. I don't know how you shoot it. I don't know how what stories you tell. Do you tell the stories that are just in the games just to play it safe, or do you like try and venture this whole new thing? But like, I'll be honest with you, I'd rather just see like someone play. Like it's hard because like Roger Craig Smith is Ezio to me, and to see somebody else play Ezio would I don't know how I would feel about it. So honestly, I don't know what my ideal way of shooting that is, but like I just know I'm there for the ride.
I love it. We've only got about a minute left, so I want to quickly just throw two last things at you, Will. First of all, I've got about 10 years on you. I've been using the word bruv, and it's bruv has been part of my vernacular since the mid 90s. So to see someone like yourself take that one word as so much a part of your vernacular and so much part of the vernacular of people that grew up at a certain generation in the UK to pro wrestling was amazing. What about these jerseys? I feel like they're selling like hotcakes, these bruv jerseys.
Yeah, mate, they've sold so well, and like, and even if it's the AEW ones or the blacksmith ones, they have sold incredibly well. And like, that's I would always wear football jerseys all the time. Like, even like just like the England ones, like, and they're just comfy. They're just nice to be at. And I think like a lot of people like sports, so they just want to wear like jerseys all the time. Like the baseball jersey is one of my favorite ones that blacksmith has ever done. But the AEW ones, like the fact that we're doing them now, where like every pay per view we're just finding the local team colors and adapting that they sell all the time. I think I'm like the number one merch seller.
Amazing. I have to get one of those jerseys for myself. And my final question, got to end it with Nando. So I actually grew up next to the very first Nando's in the UK
Yeah.
in Ealing Common, which opened back in 1992. And it's
Sick.
my favorite restaurant in the UK. And I've had Nando's in Canada and other places, but nothing
Not the
hits
same.
better. Not the same, exactly, not the same. What is your go-to Nando's order?
So I got two different orders, but I'll go for the one that I just had yesterday. I get two butterfly chicken breasts at a medium, two of them. I'm hungry. I get some peri chips. I get some creamy mash. I get two peronaise. Yes, I will double carb that. I will get two peronaise dips, and if I'm feeling it, I'll get one of the cakes up there, mate.
I love it. Well, listen, I could talk to you about pro wrestling for an hour. I can talk to you about movies for an hour. I could talk to you about Nando's for an hour. Best of luck at Forbidden Door. And maybe next time we have a conversation, it is in person with a cheeky Nando's. How about that?
Yes, mate. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're on Oasis songs as well.
Hell yeah.